Good morning, ladies. I'm sure you'll be extremely relieved to hear that order has once again emerged from chaos, and that I, Phillida Smedley Bassett, am once again in my rightful place as official chair, acting chair of the WI committee. Now, I know you'll want to join me in thanking Elizabeth for her sterling, albeit somewhat misguided attempts to keep things running in my absence. She's going to be having a little rest from committee duties for a while, as she was obviously finding things, and indeed making things, rather difficult. I'm sure you'll be pleased to know that there will be a full inquiry as to how my my authority was so flagrantly usurped. And I know you'll support me in my urging that any further communication must come through me as acting chairperson. So much more satisfactory to have regular informative bulletins, as opposed to ad hoc drink-fueled ravings of rogue committee members. Or, as I like to say, more W-I, less W-I-N-E. Now, the more observant among you will have noticed that my coiffure looks a little different from usual. I am aware that it has a certain lavender tinge in some lights. This is because my usual hairdresser, Kylie of Headin West, managed to get her foot tangled in its discarded face mask. She tripped over, broke her wrist, and it rendered her unable to wield a tinting brush. And then, of course, lockdown happened again. Now, fortunately, my great niece, Fiona, who is very keen to train as a beauty consultant, kindly stepped into the breach. Yes, it is possible that Fiona, being a little myopic, misread the colour description on the packet. I would like to point out, however, that the shade in natural light is actually a rather fetching hint of lilac, not punk purple, as I hear Betty from the shop has been describing it. And the only reason that I have taken to wearing a fleur-de-lis headscarf whilst out and about is to protect my do, to use common parlance, from the elements. Not a disguise at all. Fiona, my great niece, is so enthusiastic and caring, and I think she's done a marvellous job. And at my instigation and expense, she will be having an eye test next week. Now, it has been decided by me, on behalf of the committee obviously, that we will relaunch the construction of fabric and or crochet face masks immediately. This is particularly pressing as Yvonne's daughter has been seen many times entering the co-op without any form of face covering. And really, with that acne, it is aesthetically as well as medically imperative that she should obtain a well-fitting mask as soon as possible. Marjorie's husband has requested anything floral to go with his housecoat. I really would have thought that the effects of that HRT would have worn off by now. Anyone might think he was grasping at excuses to wear rive gauche and experiment with a soft perm. So, it'll be all hands on deck. Now, as none of you seem able at all to grasp the concept of following a pattern, I have decided to conduct a Zoom tutorial. Now, if you all listen and don't interrupt, I'm sure we can get through it in the 40 allocated minutes. And if not, I will simply relaunch the meeting and mute you all. I'm not going to say that attendance is compulsory, but I will say that non-attendance will be noted. As Elizabeth mentioned in her last almost incoherent broadcast, Clint is about to start driving lessons. But in the meantime, he will continue to deliver medications to those in need on his newly repaired moped. But Valerie, I'm sorry, we've had to remove you from the delivery round. This should come as no surprise whatsoever, as you were caught. What I can only describe as lying in wait for Clint behind your laurel hedge. Now, even if Clint had not refused to, in his words, come within a mile of that mad old bat again, I, as official acting chair, would have no option other than to remove your delivery privilege. Actions have consequences, Valerie, as you are about to find out. I feel it only right and proper to acquaint the lady captain of the golf club with the details of your recent behaviour. Now then, ladies, this situation has been going on for some time, but let's not be downhearted. We can get through this if we present a united front and all pull together. And now that sanity has once again been restored, with myself at the helm and an efficient and obedient crew under my command, I am confident that with your total support, the good ship WI will eventually sail home to haven. So remember, wash your hands, wear a face covering, and keep your distance, especially you, Valerie. I will see you all at 7:30 p.m. sharp next Wednesday on Zoom. Oh, and if rumours are to be believed about people pushing into the queue for vaccinations, I should be severely disappointed.